Hey guys, so here if we log this variable, so this will hold the different data, or it will capture the different rows inside the table. So what we're going to do here is we are going to loop these tables, list r, then here. So our key here is 0, 1, 2, so we don't need the key, but we'll just copy or get the individual objects. So if we console or log the PL list fresh, click, as you can see, you can now get the data. So here, let's create let's create a variable. And then here I can just use the table or maybe yes, a table. Let's use a table. So I can just copy this one, let's just format this one. So what we're going to do is identify the different columns. So we'll have the name, so let's remove this one. We'll have the name, the product name, KTR either KTI receive, status supplier status, so now we'll do the loop inside the T baggies. So we'll just click on that one, and then let's copy. Then here we'll will append the rows. So here we have the product name. So instead of this one, we'll just use the object. So PO list that name, quantity ordered, quantity received, the names are here. We can just use PO list that name, but we're going to QTI ordered, received, supplier. Then here the status going to the QTY received is instead of the value here going to add an input. It will be a number, and then let's set the default value to the current QTI we receive, and then here the status will add the select option. So for now, let's just, so currently we have pending, so let's just pending complete. So just copy grab, and then here we'll need to set that disabled are selected. So if police status equals pending, then we'll add a selected, else. So here we also have complete. Now we here let's add the body and the table. So if we lag to policy HTML, refresh, if we update, As you can see here, it's a table, so let's try to display it inside. So update purchase order and say use batch number. And then here we can use this one. Then instead of this, we'll add the PO list HTML. So if you refresh, update, as you can see here, we have the product name, the quantity we ordered, received, name of the supplier, then the status. So next is, let's try others. Choose display one. This one update. As you can see, complete, pending. Site is set, status is set correctly. So here align. So let's just the class here. So let's add the class align left. So here in our product view or order view, let's just select columns that we want to align left. So name, the supplier, refresh, update. So here so now what we're going to do next is we are going to get the ID. So we know that this we know which row to update in our database. So in our inventory we have the order products, so we need to get these IDs. So here in our status list also we can capture, I believe we added this hidden, so we can just use the same thing. Then here we'll just use this class. So the status list will be the row IDs. Will be value. So as you can see here, we set the value to be the ID, so we capture it here. So now we can then use, now let's try to set the value this. So if we refresh, update, we select then here you can see it's 16, this one 17, so this represents row number 17, I mean row with an ID of 17. So this one 299. So once we have this, we are going to add a function on our OK button. So to do that, so here we can do to add. So basically this is the function or the value which button is clicked to cancel or OK. So let's try console.log to add. If we refresh, so update, OK, as you can see we added true. If cancel means false. If we add, if to add, so for now let's can do this one, can keep this Ajax call. So I think we don't need this one. So here we can make use of this sample. So once we click the to add, we can format the data. So now instead of PO QTI or receive class, we can add an ID to the form. So form is the form table and then the batch number. Can use the batch number so actually just copy this one, batch number, then I'll create a variable here, so we don't need to write the code again. So the batch number we're going to add it here, and then so we have these classes. Also we'll need to add a class to this one, PO QTY status. So what we're going to do is the same process with what we did here. So let's just to check the batch number. So here you can see our table, we have the form table and then the batch number. Also if you okay, so that's 999, so this will be 6829, so it's working. So what we're going to do here is we select the form. So here we can do the form table container. So instead of this number, we'll add the batch number. Then here we can use it replace. So as you can see, this will select the PO product. Actually we don't need the PO product, we'll just need the columns that the user can update. So it's a status and then the QTY receives. So I'll just use this one. QTY received, so I can just remove this one. This POID. So if we try to loop the list, so the same thing we have is, so let's just use this one as form. So the product list, we don't have it, so we'll do the QTY list. So here remove that one. We need to receive status and the ID. So to value the status will be also a value. QTY receive will be also a value. So if we console log the post R form fresh, you can see here the QTY receive is undefined, but see it's working. We pull the status receive. Let's just try to add the value this. Okay, so it's still showing undefined. How about the status? So set two of these to complete to see if it captures the data. So what we're going to do is, in our push form, let's update the QTY received. So we have this list input type. So as you can see here, it's undefined since the value is set inside the input, not on the TD element. So we can just use input, add the input. So if we refresh, update, okay. So as you can see 0, that means empty. Now let's try to add number 1 2 3. So it's not working. 3 4, then complete. Okay, so we are able to capture the data. So now we are going to add a request. Send request, save or update database. It's a post request, and then here we can use database update order that PHP. So JSON, then here the data that we're going to send is the PL list R form. So if we refresh, update, okay. So currently we don't have the data, so here we're going to create the update or the PHP file. So if we update, okay, so it's working now. So let's try to get the payload. So here it's a post, and then do the bar dump payload, and then let's try, it's a 0. Let's refresh again, update, okay. Payload is undefined. So data here, try to log the payload again. So I guess so something wrong is there should be an object. So we can do this one by adding an object, then here data, our payload. Then in our update order, if we refresh update, so we should be able to get, so here's the data, then also the response, so able to capture it inside the payload. So now we're just going to add an update query. So here we can actually copy this just copy this SQL, then here so as you can see the payload is an array. Now we need to look here instead of payload we'll just portions orders. So PO, so the connections will include the tab, refresh. So here we'll have the order product, set product name, just copy this one, and then here we'll have the receive, so PO, this will be this key, status will be PO, that status, then row ID will be PO that ID. So here we'll update the order product, we'll set the quantity, receive, also status, then here we just set the ID, which is the row ID. So the quantity receive, actually this one, place it to the variable or the real data, and ID equals the row ID. So let's try to refresh update, let's just turn it to complete. Do you want to update? There's an error, line 6, so this one, update, complete, pending complete, 1 2 3 update. So I guess this is successful. So if we refresh, as you can see here, we have 1 2 3, and also complete, pending complete. So update the file, complete, pending complete. So let's do the update again, refresh the page, as you can see 12 to 33. So it's working. However, let's also get the QTY received, and then here I mean the QTY ordered. So let's copy, paste, So we have this order, then here so here we can do the qty order the PO, and then here we can update the remaining quantities, qty remaining, so it will be the qty order minus the received. So let's just make sure we convert it to integer, and now we have two other columns, quantity remaining, and then here so let's try to refresh, update. So let's see if 23 or here 200, only one, set it to complete, then here pending, complete, still pending. Okay, so we refresh. As you can see here, -200 -1. Wow. Let's just try to dump bottom qty remaining, qty order, q receive. Let's refresh, update. Okay, so we don't have this one. Let's go to our view order. So instead of the value, just use the inner text, since we did not put the element inside an input. So refresh, so this should fix the problem, I'm confident. Update, refresh. As you can see, 0 correct, 3 to 200 equals 32, 3 to 1, so 320. So now I'm going to add exception. So let's just copy this one. So for each, do a try, then response will get copy here, sort it inside the for each. True, order purchase order successfully updated. So now return or echo the response. And then inside the view order, we'll have this one, so data that success. So we don't need this one, we can just grab directly the message. then think are good to go. Refresh, update, okay, success. As you can see it updates. So let's try another order. So try to update this one. Let's see, update 232, then 321, complete, then complete, update. So as you can see it's now completed. So let's update this one, 2791. So as you can see here, where's that one? As you can see here, 3212. So I think we'll add a new status. So here we can add new status. Let's do incomplete. Refresh. Let's do update this one. Do incomplete. Okay. So it should be incomplete. Okay, so the value should be this one. Update, incomplete. Now let's add a class to this incomplete. Let's do a background orange color, red. Do this. Border color and transparent. So let's just use this one. So here can add a class to badge, PO badge incomplete. So PO badge complete. So here we can do PO badge incomplete. Then if you refresh, you can see. So I think we need to add put up color. That one. Fresh. So here if we update, so let's just say only 12 incomplete. Here there's no order or quantity we receive, and then here it's complete. So if we update, page will refresh, complete, incomplete, complete. It should be incomplete or pending, complete or incomplete, and then complete, pending, incomplete, then complete. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. So next video, so we are going to add a dashboard page. So currently our dashboard page is empty, so we need to add data in our dashboard page. So here we need to show stats, so graphs, charts. So see you and thank you.